Congratulations on purchasing a quality marine navigator, the Garmin GPS 126 with its built-in antenna, or the GPS 128 which has a separate external antenna. Both receivers operate identically. Although your navigator is user-friendly, you should take the time to study your owner's manual and reference provided by the manufacturer and review this video as often as necessary until you can operate the 120XL with proficiency and confidence. This way, you'll be able to take advantage of all the many fine features and functions of your sophisticated new equipment. Before we begin, please be advised that the United States government owns and operates the GPS system. Although it's highly reliable and dependable, you should never rely solely on one source of navigation information. You should not use this video during the actual operation of your equipment. The program owners, producers, and distributors assume no responsibility for any consequent losses of any nature with respect to this video. The very first time you power up your new GPS, it will need to obtain almanac data from the satellites and find itself, so to speak. This process is called initialization. This is only necessary the first time you use it from the factory or if you move the receiver over 500 miles from the last position fix with the power turned off. In order for the receiver to receive signals from satellites, you must have the antenna placed in an area that is free of obstructions that would block signals from the satellites, such as buildings, bridges, and so on. To get started, press and hold the power key, and you will see a welcome page while the unit conducts a self-test. The welcome page will be replaced by the satellite page with the Easy Init prompt ready for you to select one of two different methods of initialization. The auto-locate option will allow you to initialize the unit without knowing your present position, but it can take from 7.5 to 15 minutes. Let's use the Select Country method, which is usually faster. If for some reason the Easy Init prompt does not appear on the satellite page, press the Enter key. If the country option is not highlighted, you can use the down arrow to move the highlight to the country option and press the Enter key. Now use the down arrow to scroll the list of menu options until the country of your present position appears. Use the up arrow key to highlight the country, state, or region you're in and press the Enter key. The receiver should acquire your position within 3 to 5 minutes. When initialized, it will swap from the satellite page to the position page. There are 5 primary pages that you can switch between by pressing the page key, or the quit key to cycle through the pages in the opposite direction. Now let's turn the unit off by pressing and holding the power key for a few seconds. Now turn the unit back on by pressing the power key, and you'll notice that it takes only a short time for the receiver to lock onto the satellites and display your position. Let's take a look at the position page. You'll notice if you start moving that the direction you are moving, or track or speed, will be displayed here. At the top, there is a graphic compass tape which indicates the direction you are traveling. The latitude and longitude coordinates are shown here. In case you are not familiar with latitude and longitude, latitude is the vertical distance you are either north or south of the equator, measured in degrees. Longitude is the horizontal distance you are east or west of an imaginary line that passes through Greenwich, England, and is also measured in terms of degrees. Any point on the face of the Earth can be described as coordinates of latitude and longitude. You'll also notice on the position page a trip timer, along with a trip odometer, which indicates the distance you've traveled. At the bottom of the page, you'll see the time of day displayed. Now let's use one of the most fundamental functions of the navigator and store or mark our present position. When you press the Mark key, you'll notice the marked position page will appear and indicate a default 3-digit waypoint name. Let's change the name to something more useful, like Home, for example. Press the down arrow key once and move the field highlight from the Save field to the Name field. Now press Enter and use the left arrow key to clear the default waypoint name. You can press and hold the up arrow key and scroll through the alphabet until the letter H appears. Pressing the right arrow key once will move the character highlight to the next character space, and you can continue to repeat these steps until the word Home is displayed. Press Enter to complete the entry of the name. Now use the down arrow key to return to the field highlight and the Save prompt and press Enter to confirm that you want to save the position as a waypoint named Home. You may also assign a symbol to the waypoint in order that you can easily spot it on the map page. Press Enter to activate the symbol field and choose a symbol. Press Enter to accept it and use the down arrow key to highlight the Done field. Press Enter to complete your selection. Notice the Save field is highlighted. Press Enter to store the waypoint in memory. Now let's change to the Map page and take a trip. Notice you can zoom in to get a close-up view of the map page or zoom out to get a larger view of the map page. Let's select 1 nautical mile zoom scale and travel away from our position we called Home. Notice that your current position is shown as a diamond in the center of the screen. The dark circle represents the position we created, and the line shows our track as we travel away from the waypoint. Travel at least 300 yards away from the waypoint we called Home. Now let's use the map page to guide us back by performing a go-to. When you perform a go-to, information will be provided in a straight line course from your present position to the destination you select. You will want to always make certain that there are no obstructions in the straight line or shortest distance path to the waypoint. Press the go-to key and notice your waypoint will be displayed. If you have other waypoints and Home wasn't highlighted, you can use the up or down arrow key to highlight the Home waypoint. Press Enter to confirm that you want to navigate to the waypoint Home. The Highway page provides a graphic steering guidance to your destination. This is the bearing to the waypoint. Distance to the waypoint. Track or course you are actually traveling, and speed. Notice our destination waypoint Home is displayed at the top of the graphic highway, and the course that we should travel is a straight line from the arrow at the bottom of the graphic highway. This arrow always points to the selected waypoint relative to the direction you are moving. Your present position is represented by the diamond in the center of the course line deviation scale. Notice the highway will actually move and indicate that you are off course relative to the diamond positioned on the CDI scale. To stay on course, you simply steer toward the center of the highway. Also notice that your estimated time of arrival and velocity made good are displayed. Velocity made good is the speed that you are actually approaching your destination waypoint and can differ from your current speed if you are headed off course. There's another navigation page called the compass page that can be displayed by pressing the Enter key twice. The compass page provides a directional pointer to the destination waypoint utilizing a rotating compass that shows the direction of travel. This display works better at slower speeds in situations where you change speeds often. Notice the compass page also displays your bearing and distance to the waypoint, and current track and speed. Now let's switch back to the highway page by pressing Enter twice, and notice that a horizontal line is appearing, indicating we are approaching our destination waypoint, home. When you are 1 minute from the destination, you'll notice an arrival message will appear on the message page. Congratulations! You've used your navigator to perform some of its most useful functions. You've initialized your receiver, acquired your position, stored a position in memory as a waypoint, and returned to that waypoint later utilizing the graphic highway and compass pages. This means you can store the location of a dock, fishing hotspot, or any point of interest, and later return at any time and under any weather conditions. Again, keep in mind that when you perform a simple go-to, all the navigation information leads from your present position in a straight line directly to the stored waypoint. You should always check to make certain there are no hazards or obstructions that will block your course of travel. Now let's go to the map page and notice that as you travel to a waypoint, your track is plotted on the screen. The map page will also display your bearing and distance to the waypoint, your track over ground and speed over ground. Your present position is a diamond. When you navigate to a waypoint, if the scale of the map is large enough to display the destination waypoint, it too will be displayed as a square with the name listed. The course you should travel is indicated by a dotted line. Your track is shown as a solid line. In addition to using the graphic highway and compass steering page, you can utilize the map page to travel to any waypoint. Notice the map has a pan function, where you can use the arrow keypad to move the cursor in any direction, even diagonally. The distance and bearing from your present position of the crosshair appears in the upper corners of the map. As you pan around the map, you'll notice the target crosshairs will point to on-screen waypoints and highlight the name. Once the waypoint name is highlighted, you can review its waypoint definition page or go to the waypoint right from the map page. For example, to review the definition page of our waypoint home, put the target crosshairs over the waypoint and highlight the name and then press Enter. You can review or make any changes to the highlighted waypoint. When you're finished, highlight the Done prompt field and press Enter. Now let's use the cursor key to go to a waypoint. Put the crosshair target on the waypoint and press the Go To key. Press Enter to confirm your decision, and then navigation information will be provided to the destination waypoint. The Quit key will allow you to display your present position on the map. There's also another useful function of the crosshair target. You can place the crosshair target at any location you desire on the map and then press the Enter key to capture the position. Next, choose Map Position and press Enter. You can then enter a name, choose a symbol, or so on. And when you're finished, press Enter. Yet another useful feature of the crosshair target is to perform an instant go-to. Place the target crosshairs anywhere on the map you desire to travel to and press the Go To key. Press Enter to confirm your decision, and a new waypoint called Map will appear. You can leave it as is or change its name. Anytime you decide to stop navigating to a waypoint, simply cancel the Go To by pressing the Go To key and then using the arrow key to move the field highlight to the Cancel prompt and press Enter. If your map page becomes cluttered, you clean the screen up by clearing the track log. To do this, press Enter to access the Map Track Setup window, but make sure no waypoints are highlighted. Use the up or down keys to highlight the Track Setup option and press Enter. Next, use the up arrow key and highlight the Clear Log option and press Enter. Use the left arrow key to highlight the Yes prompt and press Enter. Next, let's go back and look at the satellite status page in a little more detail. The satellite status page will help you understand what's going on at any time. The sky view shows a bird's eye view of the position of each satellite relative to the receiver's last known position. The outermost circle represents the horizon, and the inner circle 45 degrees above the horizon with center pointing overhead. The signal strength bars are blank when the receiver is looking for a particular satellite. When the signal strength bar is solid, it means the receiver has found the satellite and is collecting data from it. These numbers are the numbers of each of the satellites. The receiver status field located here can indicate that the receiver is searching for satellites, or in an auto-locate mode, or collecting data, or acquiring or actually collecting data from available satellites, or in a two-dimensional mode of operation or a three-dimensional mode of operation, or it's receiving poor GPS coverage and is not usable, or is in a simulation mode such as we are now. The EPE indicator represents the current horizontal estimated accuracy of the receiver. If you're operating your unit in low-light situations, notice you can change to 3 levels of backlighting by simply pressing the power key. Each press advances it to the next level and then turns it off. Notice a bulb icon is displayed if the backlighting is on. Now let's go back to the position page and notice that you have several user-selectable options. To change a field, highlight the field and press Enter. Use the up and down keys to select a particular option and press Enter. You may have noticed your GPS altitude fluctuates due to slight errors in the system. You can manually enter an altitude and have better accuracy. Press the down arrow key until the altitude field is highlighted and press Enter. Now use the arrow keypad to enter your altitude and press Enter when you're finished. Next, let's go to the menu page and look at some of the waypoint submenus. The nearest waypoint page will show the 9 nearest waypoints that are within 100 miles of your present position. When you mark a position using the Mark key, notice that you can use the position averaging feature to reduce the effects of selective availability. Press Mark and highlight the Average field. A Field of Merit field will display the value reflecting estimated accuracy. It will continue averaging until you highlight the Save field and press Enter. You can also go to any selected waypoint right from the waypoint list. Use the up or down arrows to select a particular waypoint and press Go To. The waypoint list page provides a complete list of all waypoints currently stored. You'll also see the total number of used and empty waypoints indicated. Using this page, you can retrieve a waypoint definition page, delete all your user-defined waypoints, or go to any selected waypoint. The waypoint definition page will let you create waypoints manually or review or edit existing waypoints. For example, you may want to enter the coordinates of a fishing hotspot that you got from a chart or a friend. If a waypoint is currently displayed, highlight the new field and press Enter. The left arrow key will clear the name field, and then you can enter a name as we did previously. press Enter to confirm your name, and enter again to select a symbol, and enter again to confirm. Highlight the Done field, and press Enter to return to the waypoint page. Highlight the Position field, and press Enter. Use your up or down keys to enter your position coordinates. Notice the right arrow key or left arrow key will move the character field. When you're finished, press Enter to confirm and save the coordinates. Next, you'll move the highlight to the Done field and press Enter. There's also a way to create a waypoint without knowing the coordinates by entering the bearing and distance from an existing waypoint. If you should desire to do this, consult your owner's manual. Notice you can edit the name, coordinates, comment, or reference waypoint field by highlighting the field and pressing Enter. You can then enter the new data and press Enter to confirm the changes. Each time you store a waypoint, the Waypoint Comments field defaults with a universal time, date and time. You can change or add a comment by using the up or down arrow keys to highlight the comment field and pressing Enter. You can use the arrow key to enter a comment and press Enter when you're finished. To delete any waypoint, highlight the Delete field and press Enter. Use the left arrow key to select the Yes prompt and press Enter to delete the waypoint from memory. Your navigator has a Man Overboard function, which will simultaneously mark and set a course to a position. In addition to someone falling overboard, this feature may be useful to mark the location and return to a point where your fish locator indicated a school of fish or a sudden drop-off on the sea bottom. To activate the MOB, press this key, and the Go To Waypoint page will appear and indicate the MOB as the default destination. Press the Enter key, and navigation information to that location will be provided. The navigator also has a feature called Trackback Navigation. The Trackback function will let you quickly and easily trace a path using the track that was automatically stored in the receiver's memory. This eliminates the need to store waypoints along the way and manually create an active route back to return. The trackback route is created by reducing a track log into a route map of up to 30 waypoints and activating an inverted route along these points. Before starting a trip on which you need to use the trackback navigation feature, you should first clear the track log and define a new starting point for the trackback route. To do this, go to the Map page and press Enter. Highlight the Trackback Setup option and press Enter. Next, highlight Clear Log and press Enter. Confirm the Yes prompt and press Enter again. During the trip, you must leave the unit on to record your track. When you desire to activate your trackback route, press Go To and highlight Trackback and press Enter. A trackback route from your present position to the oldest track log point will be created as an active route, and you will have steering guidance to each waypoint back to the starting point. Note that the Record option on the track log setup page must be set in the Yes position to utilize this feature. If you change directions frequently, or if the distance in your track log is very long, 30 waypoints may not be enough to mark your path. The receiver then assigns 30 waypoints as the most significant waypoints on your track. You can also create a route or a sequence of waypoints to follow by creating a user-defined route. This will let you navigate from one place to another using a set of predefined waypoints. If you cannot navigate in a direct line to a particular destination, this procedure will become necessary. From the menu page, use the up and down arrow keys to highlight the Routes option and press Enter. You can highlight the route number field and press Enter, and then enter a route number and press Enter to confirm. Next, you'll press Enter again to begin entry of a route comment. You can enter a comment or simply press Enter and highlight the number 1 waypoint field and press Enter again. Now you're ready to enter your first waypoint of the route. When it's been selected, press Enter and continue entering the rest of the waypoints in the order you want to travel them, using the Enter key, and confirm each entry. When you've entered all the waypoints you desire, press the Enter key to exit. You can also copy a route or clear a route from the waypoint definition page. After you've formed a route manually, you'll need to activate it in order to navigate the route. Select the route definition page and press the Enter key. Next, enter the route number you want to activate and press Enter again. Move the field highlight back to ACT and press Enter. Notice you can activate the route in an inverted order by selecting the INV prompt. Once you've activated a route, the Active Route page appears and displays the waypoint sequence of the route with estimated time en route at your present speed and the distance to each waypoint displayed. Once a route has been formed, it too can also be edited. You can review any waypoint in a route, add a new waypoint by using the Insert prompt, remove any waypoint by using the Remove prompt, or replace any selected waypoint with a new one with the Change prompt. Under the main menu page, there are some additional items we've yet to cover. One is this Distance and Sun calculation page. This page will give you the distance and bearing between any two waypoints and calculate the sunrise and sunset times as local time at a particular location or position and at any date and time. Under the Track Setup page, you can change settings to record points that are based on a specific time interval. Highlight Method and press Enter, and then use the up and down arrows to select Time Interval and press Enter. Press Enter again to begin the entry of the time interval. Enter a value in hours, minutes, and seconds and press the Enter key. Back under the main menu page, there's also an Interface Setup menu, which lets you specify formats for connecting external devices such as autopilots. You'll also find a differential GPS interface page, which allows you to set up the format settings for a separate differential GPS receiver format. Under System Setup, you'll notice that you can operate in the normal mode or a simulator mode, which will allow you to operate a unit without acquiring satellites. We recommend the simulator mode for practicing and entering waypoints and routes while you're at home. Under the Date and Time setup, if you highlight Offset and press Enter, you can enter the time offset from your local area and universal time. Press Enter, but remember to select a positive or negative indicator for your offset. Appendix D of your owner's manual gives the time offset for certain longitudinal zones in case you don't know your offset time. Under the Time Format display, you can select to display time in the 12-hour or 24-hour format. Under Screen Contrast, you can adjust the contrast for optimum viewing conditions. Under Position Formats, you can select to choose a different formula from latitude and longitude if you're using a map or chart that has UTM or another position format. Under the Map Datum field, the unit uses the default UGS-84, which most modern marine maps are based on. If you're using a chart or map that is different from the UGS-84 datum, you can select a datum to match the map or chart. The CDI scale setting allows you to change the width of the course deviation indicator. Under units of measure, you can elect to display units of speed and distance as nautical, statute, or metric units. The speed filter will allow you to affect the response in changes in track and ground speed. We recommend the default setting unless you have a particular problem with track and speed fluctuations. Under the magnetic heading reference, you can elect to use the automatic or a user-defined magnetic deviation. If you're using a chart, remember that direction is usually based on true north, but magnetic north, of course, is the same as your boat's compass. Under the Map Setup and Orientation page, you can select North Up or the direction of an active route leg called Desired Track Up, or the default setting of Track Up. Under the displayed items on the map page, you can elect to have rings displayed. Plot straight leg lines between the waypoint of an active route, display the 9 nearest waypoints, or display names or not. Back under the main menu page, there is an alarm setting menu that can be used to set 3 different types of alarms: the anchor drag alarm, an arrival alarm, and a CDI deviation alarm. To set an alarm, highlight the alarm setup and press Enter. Select the desired alarm distance and press Enter. This prompt will change the on and off setting. Well, that's just about it. We've covered most of the many features and functions of the Garmin GPS 126 and 128 marine navigators. If you'll thoroughly read and study your owner's manual and reference provided by the manufacturer, review this video as often as necessary, and practice using your marine navigator, we feel confident that in a very short time, you'll be able to navigate with proficiency and confidence. On behalf of Marsh Multimedia, we wish you many happy voyages.